Set up the recording. Okay, good evening everybody. Welcome to our Matrix Zoom, our Motivation Monday meeting. Just to go through what we've got this evening for you, we're going to start, as we always do, with our recognition for this period so far. We've got some dates for your diary so you can get yourself organised. We've got our offline induction this evening, so just talking about the catalogue side of the business and giving you some tips for getting your retail sorted and following our system. And then we've got one of our 10 pillars training, which is all about goal setting, getting excited, getting focused, and getting committed really to your plans.
I've been trying to look at, I've got my mum's Facebook.
We've got somebody that's not muted. Let's just
That'll be me.
have a look. That's it. Thank you, Teresa. Okay, so the meeting is all really sort of your weekly dose of motivation, inspiration, and all the tools that's going to help you to get more done. So let's start with our recognition for this evening, and we always start with our welcome rewards. These are the first steps in the business. Absolutely unbelievable, you know, the company giving you them little rewards, them first 60 days in the business. And it's great to see so many of you achieving your welcome rewards, which is credit to your uplines and sponsors for coaching and supporting you all the way. So getting their welcome rewards one so far in this period, we've got Monica, Debbie, Jane, Autumn, Sarah, Kelly, Philippa, Kaylee, Rebecca, Laura, Natalie, Mandy, Paul, Becky, Michael, Amy, Jeffrey, Fiona, Vicky, and Natalie. So well done to all of you. I think I've seen some of you on here tonight, so that's brilliant. And then welcome rewards 2, we've got Alexandra, Siobhan, Roxanne, Debbie, and then getting welcome rewards 3, we've got Kate Bancroft. So absolutely fantastic. Well done to all of you. I'm going to now move on to our top 20 retailers for the period so far. So in first place, we've got John and Carol Woodward. John and Carol were our top retailers last year, so great to see them off to such a great start for period 1 with £552 worth of sales. In second place, we've got Roxanne Butler. Roxanne is a new name here, so well done to Roxanne. I'm guessing you're quite new to the business. £524. We've got Peter Hooker, who's up in Scotland, been with us for a while now, does all of his retail with his catalogues, £470. Claire and Mark Pemberton on their new plan, out blanket drop-in, and absolutely fantastic, Claire and Mark, to see you in fourth place with £457. Rachel and James with £455, and there's us. We're usually at the top, so Andrew, you need to pull your finger out. I don't know what's going on there. £439. I know you've picked up some orders today that need to go on, and for everybody, you know, these are just a snapshot really of where we're up to, because it just goes off what's been put on up until last night off of the Easy Tracker, so I'm sure there's lots more to go on. Kate Bancroft in 7th place with £410. Bev Allen and in 8th place, and I've been hearing all about you, Bev. I'm not sure if you're on here tonight, but absolutely off to a flying start with the business. I think you're in part of Sarah's team under Hannah Richards. Absolutely off to a great start, and I believe we might be trying, you might going to go and share your testimonial with us maybe next week or soon, so really looking forward to that, Bev. You know, no pressure at all, but we'd really love you to share your story with us and share a little bit of inspiration. We love listening to new people and we love listening to stories. We've got Monica in 9th place with 407. I've got Alexandra in 10th place with 403. We've got Karen in 11th place with 380. And, you know, absolutely fantastic here, Karen, because I know that you've been really poorly and you've pushed yourself and got out there. I don't know whether some of you saw Karen's post in the group. How amazing is this business, you know, when you're offering a service to these customers and making a difference on these people's lives. So if you've not seen Karen's post in the group, I really suggest you read it, because it is really what this business is about, you know, helping and touching people's lives in more ways than we could ever really imagine. In 12th place, we've got Gillian with 363. We've got 13th place, Manda Jane with 354. Natalie Roach with €435. We've got in 15th place, Philippa, I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you, 318. In 16th place, we've got Emma Hunter with 315. In 17th place, Siobhan Andrews. Well done, Siobhan. I think I've seen you on here this evening, so well done. I know you're fairly new to the business and you joined us down at Birmingham in the conference, so you know it's exciting to see you getting these sorts of results and getting your name up on the top 20. So well done with £314. We've got Claire Littlejohn in 18th place, the absolute whiz on online parties, with 312. We've got Kira over in Ireland, just spent the weekend with Kira over in Ireland there, with €355. And Sarah Jane, well done, 20th place with 275. So well done. It's always great to see your name up in the highlights, you know, and it's always really, really good for you to see, if you've not got your name on here, what is possible. You know, stick to the system, follow the plan, and you will get these results. That's all I can say. So, you know, if your name's not on here this week, maybe you want to get it on here for next week. Okay, so let's have a look at our top 20 businesses for period 1. So this now is team sales. The last slide was just personal retail. So this is the team collectively, their sales. So the Matrix Group as a whole, we've done £16,683 worth of sales. In first and second place, we've got Helen and Paul Wilson and Chris and Claire with 13,036. We've got Rachel and James with 5,223. In fourth place, we've got Claire and Mark. Absolutely fantastic to see you up here, Claire and Mark. I know you're back on your plan, you're back focused with your business, and it's great to see these results coming through. So in fourth place with 2,534. In fifth place, we have our very own Miss Consistency, Hannah and Lewis. I know you've not been so well. You've had a little off and things, Hannah, this month. But, you know, isn't it great when you've got a team and a business that's so flexible around that and you're still achieving this? So absolutely fantastic with 2,289. In joint 6th, 7th place, we've got Kirby and Ian, Harriet and Alistair with 1,844. In 8th place, we've got Joe Warman with 1,569. In joint 9th, 10th place, we've got Sinead and Darren Francis and Ryan with €1,409. Bev and Paul in 11th place with 1,046. Kathy and Jeff, we've got in 12th place with 993. Sarah Jane in 13th place with 978. We've got Bev Allen, absolutely fantastic, Bev. You know, not only are you doing fantastic with your own personal sales, but I know that you've started your team building already. You know, it's never too early to start building your team. £830 as a team turnover, so fantastic to see this. Kelly Martin, 791 in 15th place. Jane and Andrew with 766. We've got Jen and Steve Potter with 757. In 18th place, brand new again, absolutely fantastic, Kate. 18th place with 687. Stacey Magnell in 19th place with 630, and in 20th place we've got Roxanne Butler with 598. So fantastic to see over half of you already over that £1,000 mark. So, you know, it is all about setting your goals in this business, setting those targets and working towards them. But it really then is all about teamwork, you know, and it's all about working together to help everybody to achieve their goals as well. So let's have a little look who's been sharing the opportunity. We've got our top recruiters for period 1. 53 new team members so far, and we've just finished week 1. I think we're on track to beat our best ever. Absolutely so exciting to see the momentum that you've all got really going on in your businesses. You know, I know we've got some very excited leaders coming through, really excited about this year, but to get off to this fast start is just phenomenal. Joe Warman, no surprise here, with 10 new team members, and I believe there's been another 2 today, so I know this is not right up to date. Everybody's wondering what Joe's doing. She's actually been poached tonight, and she's being pulled out of our Matrix training to go and help with the Vista Group, sharing some ideas. So, you know, that's absolutely lovely when you're starting to get that recognition and people seeing your success, Joe. Claire and Mark back in the game, 7 new team members. Team Pemberton, absolutely fantastic. It's great to see these results. You know, we know that you can do this, so, you know, keep that activity, keep that plan going. We've got Rachel and James with 5. We've got Bevan, Paul and Emma Hunter with 4. Then we've got ourselves, Chris and Claire, Harriet and Alistair, Jay and Lee and Kate, all with 2. And then not forgetting, we've got Kelly, Jen, Sarah, Keith, Julia Ross, Tracy, Beverly, Angela, Jenna, Sarah, Roxanne and Rishi, all with 1. So well done. 147 new team members so far for 2018. And you know, if you've just started and you're really not sure what this is all about, then speak to your sponsor. We have some great training and we have some great leaders in this team. So, you know, if you're not sure what to do, then just ask for help. Okay, so another little bit of recognition. We have this very special lady in our team. Just bear with me. My voice is going today. Celebrating her 30th birthday. So would love to wish you a happy 30th birthday, Harriet. Sorry we couldn't be with you at the weekend. I believe you had a great time. Lots of drinking, lots of fun.
Oh, thanks, Helen.
No problem. Just so sorry we couldn't be there with you. We'll have a drink next time we see you.
Yeah.
I'll have one tonight for you, actually.
I believe you're still recovering, Harriet. Yeah.
Very poorly I was.
Oh, well, I'm sure it was all worth it. Oh, let's have a look what else we've got. Our had a fantastic weekend with our Irish team, with Team Barry. You know, it was a great seminar. There was some fantastic training, very inspirational testimonials. It was lovely to meet Claire Ivers for the first time. So, you know, great to get together with you all. Time for a sizzle before and after the conference. And, you know, it was just an unbelievable, again, at all the events, really. And it really is about sort of getting around all of those successful people, having an opportunity to chat with, you know, some of the great leaders in the business, and some really exciting things coming off of the back of that. So we're working behind the scenes on lots of things, so bear with us, but we're really excited. And one of the really interesting things that came out of the conference was Las Vegas Part 2, baby. It's really exciting. Michael announced at the seminar that there is going to be Part 2 to Las Vegas, and really this is up for anybody. And you know, myself and Andrew were really, really excited because it's going to be a 6-week. It's a 6 weeks full-on growth-based activity that you need to do to qualify, and we're so excited about so many of you in the team because you're primed, you've got momentum in your business, you've been doing everything, you've kept your foot on the pedal over Christmas. So, you know, it's like Claire was talking about last week in the sponsor workshop, you have been working your businesses, you've been building, you're in that loading stage, you've got everything coming through. You know, it would be absolutely fantastic if all of those 5 distributors were for the Matrix team. So, you know, let's make it happen. It's open to everybody. It's an amazing incentive. It's going to be hard work for a short period of time. But if you want it, you know, it's yours for the taking, and that's all I'll say. So if anybody needs any help with this, we don't quite know the individual criteria that they're going to set at the moment. There will be 5 distributors that do qualify. So watch out for the news on Wednesday when they actually announce the criteria, and let's just do everything that we can to make this happen for whoever wants to come along to Las Vegas. So really, really exciting. I can't believe what the company's doing right now. We've had the ABC incentive, we've had the Go 18 incentive. The company are really, really supporting the network. So you know what? Let's, as a network, support the business. It's stronger than ever before. The network is stronger than we've ever been before, and myself and Andrew are excited more than we've ever been about the business before. So Andrew, you've unmuted yourself. Do you want to say something?
I'm just wondering who wants to go in the team, because with only 5 places, I really can't see anybody else outside the Matrix who's getting a look in, apart from Grace. Maybe just Grace, but apart from that, you know, we're going to take a lot. So I don't know who really wants it.
There's lots going on in the chat.
Daniel's already sorted the babysitter out. I love it. See? You'll have to just fight amongst yourselves, because I tell you, we're going to do this.
Yeah,
we're going to do this.
Oh. You know, it's Chris and Claire really have. I don't know if you've ever listened to Chris and Claire's story. One of their first trips to Jamaica was done on this Part 2 criteria. Claire, could you just share for the new people, you know, what really drove your business in momentum and how qualifying for Jamaica kind of drove things for you?
Yeah, well, it was exactly this. It was the second part criteria for Jamaica, and my first ever conference was when they announced Jamaica, and Jamaica was somewhere I'd wanted to go my entire life. And when I seen that they announced it, you had to get to bronze exec, and we were like 10%, and we were like, I want to go there, but there was just no chance. Then they announced this second part criteria, and I remember Andy ringing us up and he was saying, do you get it? And I was like, no. And he went, you can go on the trip. And I was like, no way. And I remember it just firing us up. And I was like, right, we're going to do this. And we really did get focused. Up until that point, we'd only ever really been dabbling in sponsoring. And that just really made us go for it, because it was in our reach. Then we went along to the next showcase and we announced the top 3 and we were number 3. And that then, do you know what? I think even if we hadn't have got on the trip, I think that moment itself made us feel like incredible, like we could do it. And it just really made us push. And then going on that trip, it just totally and utterly changed our life, because it just opened up like this amazing world that we wanted to see more of. We wanted to be on more of these trips, and it's shown us as well that it was just ordinary people like us that was on this business, that was changing the lives and getting on the trips. And we knew then that we could do this if we really wanted to, and we could have more trips. And since then, we've never missed another trip. It's what's drove our business. We see the trips. There's no way we're being left out. You're not going partying without us on a trip. So it's what keeps us going. It's like little stepping stones to get to. And I think it's just brilliant that they do this all the time to keep your business going. And in the meantime, while we've been pushing and pushing to get on the next free boogie party, we've been growing our business while we've been going along. So just go for it. It's all I can say. And you know what? If you don't get it, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to have grown your business into really good momentum to keep pushing for the next trip and the next trip, because they do 2 a year. So you'll never miss out. Just keep doing it. Just keep pushing for it.
And you know, the trips as well, as you know, Claire, and obviously Claire and Mark and Rachel and James, who's been on before. You can go to Vegas. Anybody can go to Vegas if they want to, but you can never go clean, easy style. They just treat you like you would not believe this. You'll see the videos and see some of the stuff you're doing, but when you actually go, the extra bits and bobs they put on there, it's just amazing. So, guys, you know, let's really pull our stops and let's do this. You know, it will be amazing. It really will.
Wouldn't matter where they are, would it?
Pardon?
It wouldn't matter where they are, would it? They'd always they could say it's Blackpool and we'd still have the best experience ever.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
it's
Incredible. Sorry to butt in as well, Helen. Just there's a lady in the team, Sarah Sharp, who's done a second wealth reward. The system weren't updated; it's been put in manually something. So, congratulations, Sarah Sharp, on your second wealth reward. Brilliant stuff. Keep pushing.
Well done. Well done, everybody. I'm just like, oh, it's just so exciting. I can't sleep at the moment because there's so much going on with the business, isn't it? And as you've just heard from Claire, this was one of the big turning points in their business, and you've seen all the success they've had since then. So, you know, it starts today. It starts, you know, straight away. It's focused activity and, you know, just really sort of making this happen. I'm just going to go back a slide. I'm not sure if Francis and Kira are on, or whether you just want to come on and say anything about the conference on Saturday. Putting you on the spot now, sorry.
Francis is not on. She's going to be late on tonight.
Okay, maybe we'll see.
Kira's about, but she might be sorting the kids out as well. So
yeah, sometimes she's sorting the kids out. So we'll have a.
No, she's.
You there?
Yeah, I just told them to mute the telly and be quiet. Very good. Yeah, no, I had an amazing time. Claire is actually on as well. I don't want to land her in it, but she's on as well.
Okay.
Yeah, amazing time at the weekend. Just from start to finish again, meeting everybody, just listening to the different speakers, just different stories relating to different bits of each stories and hearing their success. Just brilliant from start to finish.
Oh.
I just think the lineup of speakers, I mean, Eamon and Jeff Webb, their presentations were phenomenal. You know, I don't know if they're available now. I think they're on the live stream, but they'll be on the YouTube channel soon.
Yeah.
You really need to watch and listen because the training was first class. You know, and the stories as well. The testimonies were brilliant. You know, real people doing, you know, achieving amazing things. But those two, the open speaking and closing, the two of the best in the company. You know, it was brilliant day. You know, it was fab.
Especially keep an ear out for the rhino.
Right, okay.
Was it something? Rhinos?
Rhinos to success, yes. We all need to be rhinos to go to Las Vegas, to tell you, thick skin and charge for the finishing line. That's for sure. Okay, so some dates for our diaries. For those of you that are new, every Monday it is our Matrix Motivation Zoom meeting. Today we've got our offline induction and our 10 pillars training. Next week we're going to be having a book review and our sponsor workshop 3. So we're planning lots of training in here. It's all there to help and support you learn about the business. You know, what we say is the more you learn, the more you earn. And we also have then on a Tuesday available to us the Vista Group Business Opportunity Presentation. So this is put on for you so that you have anybody that's interested in the business. It's somebody will explain the business for you on your behalf, and obviously then that person would join your team. So it's a great tool for us to use. We've got some leadership and lifestyle training on Thursday, again with the Vista Group. There's a big timetable of speakers and everything now that's come through, so really top-notch speakers. Again, tune in and just spend that time listening. With the Matrix group, we do try to video them where possible so that if you can't get on, you can watch back. But, you know, some of these trainings aren't videoed, so once it's gone, it's gone. So I suggest that you do try and plug in where you can. We have I think that's it then. So the next momentum meeting that we've got over in Runcorn is the 10th of February. So pop that one in your diary. And then the next company events that we've got then are the 2nd of June in Cheltenham. The 1st of September, we've got our Christmas showcase and gala dinner at the ICC in Birmingham. So make sure that you put these dates in your diary, get your hotels booked, get your babysitters ready, because honest to God, I have spoken to that many people that have come away from the January conference this year and had that light bulb moment, had that realization of what we have in our hands. So, you know, it's up to you to get yourself there, but it's up to you as well to get your team there and show them what they've got in their hands. It's an absolutely amazing opportunity to rub shoulders with those successful people, to get to see the speakers, the stories of inspiration, and also to see all of the recognition and get that recognition yourself at the same time. So, you know, please put these dates in your diary and join us, and let's make it the biggest ever turnout that we've had at these events. And like I've just said, you know, the more you learn, the more you earn. This opportunity is almost like going through a degree. You know, if you wanted to get a well-paid job, you'd go and get a degree, you'd go study hard, you'd learn the skills, you'd learn the trade, you'd get your qualifications, then you'd get paid for it. That's the same with the business. You need to learn the business. You need to learn everything about it, because the more you learn, honestly, the income is unlimited, and it really is up to you what you want. Okay, so we're now going to move on to our Matrix Group catalogue induction. So if you're selling online at the moment, you know, I say to you, please stay on and listen to the training, because just be aware of how our catalogue system works. Obviously, nobody will ever be forced to do catalogues, but it is a great opportunity to build your retail and to build your income. And, you know, we have a really, really simple system. It's not difficult, you know, it takes a little bit of effort, but my word, once you've built your customer base, it's so well worth it. So it's really how to build and service that customer base for yourself that does create an income producing asset for life. Myself and Andrew have been in the business now for 12 years. We built our customer base nearly 12 years ago now. And you know what, though, that work that we've put in is still paying us, because we go back every 4 weeks and those customers are still buying from us month in, month out. So let's explain to you what we're going to cover this evening. So, you know, we've got training and support in place. Just want to explain really the 3 ways that you earn your money within Clean Easy, and talk to you about that effective retailing. You know, we can make things difficult or we can make it easy. There are lots of tips and ideas, and we've tried and tested everything over the years. So, you know, we do know what works best. Some hints and tips for you for excellence, and then just to explain really about becoming customer based and the advantages of that for you. So our training and support, you know, we are there 100% of the way. Our help and support, every step that you take, we are there with you. You have a sponsor for a reason. It's their job and their responsibility to help and support you. Okay, if your sponsor is very, very new in the business and they're not sure what they're doing, you know what's great? Clean Easy is just like a family tree. You know, if kind of think about your sponsor as being your mummy and your daddy in the business, and if they don't know, then you go to your grandparents. So you can go upline and get this information, but it really is a personal responsibility for you then to plug into all the training and support that is available to you. You know, it's up to you to, we've got a resources site. So our KLZ resources site is a flying start program. It's videos, it's all the resources that you need in 5 simple steps to building a customer base. So it's put there for you to use. It's available to everybody, so please use it. You know, we've put that together for you. Check your Facebook groups for training and events and any newsletters or emails that come out. You know, make sure that you're looking for the things. It's not going to come to you. It's about you looking and getting yourself organised. Read all that daily communication and the training that are on the team's Facebook support groups, within the chats that you've got. And watch out, you know, we have our Zooms, there are webinar trainings like I've just discussed in the dates for your diary. So watch out for them. There's lots of CDs, books and manuals as well that's going to help you to understand the business. And, you know, we do suggest some little personal development, because when you run your own business and you become an entrepreneur, it needs different skills and different mindset compared to what it does in a job when you've got a boss that tells you what to do. So, you know, plug into everything that you can, use that one-to-one coaching with your sponsor, and attend any sizzles or success meetings that you can. You know, if you want to build a team, you need to get around the people and understand what you need to do. Obviously, it goes without saying, attending all of those company conferences and showcases. So really, it is about you being coachable. You know, I would say take advice from those that are the most successful. If you want to do catalogues, speak to somebody that's doing catalogues and speak to somebody that's doing really, really well with catalogues. And like I said before, we're all here to help. Don't follow the advice of those who aren't. You know, they're going to just make it difficult for you and confuse you. And don't reinvent the wheel, because, you know, what you'll find is that you're going to waste valuable time. The slips for your catalogue are all there. It works. All you need to do is print them. So you don't need to spend hours creating these things. If you think you've got a good idea, it's probably already been done. But, you know, we're still open for people being creative. And if you have got an idea and you want to share it, then that's great. I loved this week, I think it was Mike, put on a post about putting a tea bag in with the catalogue and a little note saying, have a cup of tea and have a little look at the catalogue. So, you know, those sort of things are lovely, but the basics of the training is all there, so you don't need to reinvent the wheel. And you've got to give this business time. You don't build a big income overnight. You've got to build your foundations, and once you've built your foundations, then you can build your high, sky-rised flat, whatever you want to call it. So a big tip really is, when you are building a customer base, it's focus on the activity and the results will come. Don't judge the business on one drop. It's a numbers game, so you're going to need to go through the numbers. Interestingly, I know Karen had dropped her first 200 catalogues, and on, you know, that first pickup, seemed like it was just a couple of orders, and then you go back for the stragglers and it's a couple more orders, and then it's more customers. So it's going to build over time, and the results will come if you just focus on doing the numbers, if you like, covering the houses with the catalogues. So within the business, there's 3 ways that you can earn an income. The first is as a retail distributor. So on average, we would say this is going to take about 6 to 12 hours a week, earning you anything from that £50 to £150 a week. And you know what? I would say most people join the business for that. And that's great. And, you know, we value everybody in the business. And if you're at that stage and you want to stay at that stage for the next 10 years, then that is absolutely fantastic. You can do that. If you did want more, okay, so that is really just you retailing yourself, building and servicing that customer base. There is the catalogue side. Obviously, we have the online side as well, and we do have an online induction where we go through doing an online customer base as well. So if you did want more, then you can, you know, upgrade yourself to become a team builder. And here you're going to look then about 12 to 20 hours a week. You're probably going to start by earning anything from £100 to £250 a week. Now, this is you retailing yourself, building and servicing a customer base, because to become a team builder, you need to learn the retail and you need to lead the way with your retail, because as you build a team, you're going to find they copy you. but then it's looking for people who want an extra income. Okay, so then the next stage in the business is a business builder. This can be anything from about 20 hours to full time, depending on your circumstances, and you're going to start earning anything from £250 here to £1,000 plus a week. Now this again, it's all about you retailing yourself, building and servicing a customer base, continuing with that. You're going to be looking for people who want an extra income, and then you're going to help your team to look for people who want an extra income. So that's really sort of the 3 stages in the business, you know, and you can promote yourself, if you like, to any of these levels once you are ready to do so. So just bear with me. So our effective retailing, we say, you know, it is all about the planning, it's all about the organisation, and it is about that great customer service. You know, customers stay loyal to you when you treat them well. You know, we always talk about the customer being king. Provide a great service and they'll be a customer for life. So let's start with looking at how we plan your pay. You know, ask yourself, how much do you want to earn in the next 4 weeks? And from that, then you need to look at how much you need to retail, because we know if you do X, you'll get Y and Z. So we look at getting you a plan together where we'll say, okay, so if you want to earn X amount, this is how much you need to do. And to create that, this is how many catalogues you need to place. We track and support you in your business, and we work out your average so that we can guarantee that you will get that income that you want from your business every period. We have what we call our income without a team, which allows us then to put that plan in place. So, for example, if you were wanting to earn around that £50 a week, that £215, we would know that if you would need to have weekly sales every week for the 4 weeks of £200. If your catalogues drops work on £1 an average, that would mean that you would need to put out 200 books a week. That would give you, over the 4 weeks, £800 worth of orders. And that then is going to give you the 20% cash in your pocket, which is your £165.41, plus your bonus that's paid into your bank. So when you get to certain levels, you get additional bonuses. And here, you've tipped now into the 10% bonus, so you're going to get that £50.13 paid into your bank as an additional bonus. And that will give you what you want. If you want more, you just simply need to do more. It's all about tracking your numbers and knowing what you need to do each week to achieve the income that you deserve. Okay, so we know this is based here on the Clean Easy sales, because we know Clean Easy give us that 20% retail commission. With K-Life, it's slightly different. So with K-Life, you would need to do slightly more, because we know that with the K-Life range, it's 15% commission. And obviously, if you're just using the internet specials, then you would need to double your sales to get this income, because that comes with the 10% retail commission. And really, it is all about you. We always say, you commit to doing £1,000 and getting your 10%. This business always starts with you, and that's going to give you that that £50 a week. Plus that little bit maybe to reinvest back into your business when you first get started. Now, Clean Easy, we've just gone through that. So, you know, that's going to give you that £268.66, which is made up of your retail profit and your bonus. And £1,000 worth of sales would give you, with K-Life, £155 retail profit, plus the £47 retail bonus and the £202 then that would give you there as your 4 weekly income. So how you earn a bonus? Well, Clean Easy set everything out for us. Everything's transparent, so we know exactly what we need to do. We know what our targets are. when you start to achieve 650 bonus points, which is around about £800, don't know the euros off the top of my head, but that then starts qualifying you for our 10% bonus level. Now, it's 10%, but it's 10% of the sales plan value. So the chart here just shows the equation for each of the catalogues with regards to the pound value. Our next level, then we move up to the 13% level when we start achieving the 1,300 bonus points. We move up to 15% when we achieve the 2,250 bonus points. We move on up then to the 18% level where we get the 3,400 bonus points. And at this level, now we have a great incentive with the Go 18, where you can get a free weekend with Clean Easy. So, you know, there's a great incentive on top for achieving this level. Some people will do this with personal retail. There is people that do this with personal retail, but generally when you're moving into the 15 and 18% bonus level, that will be you plus your team and the team sales together that's achieving that bonus. 21% is 5,100 bonus points, and then our gold, you know, you'll hear about this gold level so many times. That is 7,500 bonus points. That then gives you the maximum bonus on your personal sales, and also, you know, giving you maximum bonus on the team sales too. So that's really sort of how the business works with your bonus plan. So let's have a think about where we're going to go with these catalogues. Well, we suggest that you print a map of your area, okay? And we suggest that you print a map where your house is in the centre of that map. Now, what we're looking for 4 weeks' work. So if you were to draw a circle around your map and you were to divide it here into 4 segments, let's say we're aiming to do 400 catalogues a week. So that's going to give you about, if £1 a book average, that's going to give you about the £400 to £500 mark income wise. So here we've got 400 houses on Reeds Avenue, Palatine Road, and that is going to be our week 1 area. You can see it's nice and close to your home. Week 2, we're going to cover another 400 houses, not the same ones, but just rippling out from home, keeping it nice and close. Here, another 400 houses. Week 4, another 400 houses. Then, and week 4, another 400 houses. The 4 weeks, you've now covered 1,600 houses. What you're going to do is you're going to do this cycle 6 times till you've been to each house 6 times every 4 weeks. Then you're going to cross off everybody that's not ordered from you, and ultimately when your customer base, instead of dropping the 400 houses a week here, you'll find that you find about 25% of the people on these roads will become your customers, and you'll now only be dropping to the 100 houses that regularly buy from you. So that's part of our system to build that customer base. This stage we call it blanket dropping because you're covering the area. The more houses that you cover initially, the more customers you're going to build yourself as your customer base. So some little tips here. You can use the royalmail.com postcode finder. This is going to help you to plan how many houses there are on each road, so each day you can make sure that you've got sufficient catalogues. Obviously we say stay close to home because it's time and cost effective. You know, some people do prefer to go further afield, and that's absolutely fine. We did too. We were really embarrassed when we started the business, and Andrew, in fact, he drove 5 miles away from home. Didn't want to follow the system, and you know what, it is a bit of a pain in the neck because you've always got to drive that 5 miles from home, whereas at least when it's on your doorstep, you know, it's out through the door on your doorstep, and you know, your customers are just there, and your neighbours know you and they trust you and they will buy from you and support you at the same time. So you know, that's a really big tip. And don't prejudge areas or houses or people. You know, we get customers in all areas, from all houses and all types of people. You know, some of the scruffiest houses, some of the poshest of houses. Really, you just don't know where your next customer is going to be. So don't prejudge. And you're building, what you've got to think about is you're building your reputation. So be trustworthy and reliable. If you say that you're going to go back tomorrow, go back tomorrow. Keep going back every 4 weeks, because people will be watching you. When you're regular and when you're reliable, you will build a great reputation. So it really is about planning that 4-week cycle, knowing where you're going, knowing what you're doing. You know, we said about being organised. So looking at that, you know, as with regards to time, get yourself a weekly planner and look at what time you've got available and how much you can do. We've all got a different set of circumstances that we're working with. So this is just an example of a typical part-time retail plan whilst you're blanket dropping. So whilst we're covering all of those houses. The red boxes here are the times where somebody's got commitments. Maybe they're working or they're doing things with children or got other commitments. So we've wrote a plan here to drop 150 catalogues on the Friday. We're going to go and collect those catalogues tomorrow on the Saturday. We advise using tomorrow slips because, one, you've never got to change those slips, and secondly, you know, you'll get your catalogues back quicker. We've done lots of tests to find that you don't actually get any more orders leaving them any longer. So in fact, you probably lose more catalogues. So make sure that where you can, where possible, use a tomorrow slip. If you can't, then obviously you can change your day in your catalogues, but put the slip in that says when you're going to go back, and go back when you are. So then you're going to drop another 150 catalogues. You can reuse some of that 150 that you've collected in and some of the rest of your books. On Sunday, we're going to collect from Saturday. And this time, what we're going to do is we use a sorry I missed you slip, and we're going to slip here now for tonight rather than tomorrow. We're going to pick up the stragglers. So the stragglers are the ones that we dropped on Friday, that we didn't get them all back here on the Friday, on the Saturday morning. This time, instead of just slipping, we are going to knock for them. We want the books back now. We use slips on the first drop so that we can train people to leave them on the doorstep for us, ultimately making it quicker and slicker down the line. So here, if they're not in when you knock, then obviously you can give another little slip through and you can give them another chance to put the book out. We're going to do a little collection then of stragglers from the Saturday drop, anything that's outstanding here from the Friday drop. You know, go back and get these books back because you want them back so that you can reuse them. And on Monday then, you know, just do that little round robin. You've knocked, you've slipped them for tomorrow, so just go back round now, have a little scoop up. We do have a little slip that we can use that says keep my catalogue and tells them that you've been back. It's all about communicating with your customers and letting them know that you have been. They don't know if they've been out that you've been to collect it or not unless you stick the slip through the door. So you're going to place your orders now. When your orders come, you're going to bag them up, ready to go out, and then the following Friday you can use that time then to do your deliveries. And we always suggest then just having another little scoop up of any outstanding books in case anybody was on holiday or they might have popped them out and not really read your slips. Okay, so blanket dropping, a typical full-time plan. You know where you really want to get stuck in, and we know people that want a full-time income. You can earn £1,000 plus a week if you are prepared to get stuck in with a full-time plan. You're not going to get a full-time income doing a part-time hours, so it really is about making the most of all of those hours that you've got. So here, we're going to drop 200 on a Monday. We're going to collect from Monday. We're going to use the tonight slip so that we can get the books back quicker because we've got time here to do that. We're going to redrop any catalogues that we've dropped. we're going to collect our stragglers. We're going to get in a really good routine here of collecting from the day before, slipping them, putting them back out, getting them in the houses, covering the numbers of houses, collecting again and collecting your stragglers. So it's just getting yourself into a routine of getting them out, getting them in, collecting your stragglers, getting them out, getting them in, collecting your stragglers, placing your orders, doing your deliveries, getting everything bagged up, knowing what time you're doing what, and getting yourself organised with everything that you need to do. Now, obviously with our retail, we do have all these rods in the pond. There are people that want to do tap and tell. You know, when we're blanket dropping, we just shove them through the letterbox and we go back. If you're confident and you want to knock on the door and you want to introduce yourself, then by all means do. Ask us about the tap and tell system. You've got your Facebook selling that you can add into the pot. Oops. You've got your customer base, and there's nothing stopping you once your customer base continuing to blanket drop. You know, so you've got a customer base there and you want to grow your numbers so you can carry on doing your blanket dropping. Be your best customer. You know, use the products yourself for personal use, because when you use them yourself, then you can recommend them to customers. You can explain how they work. You can do charity events, you know, certainly over Christmas with the Bernardos and things. You've probably just seen us doing that. When you go back with your orders, you've got your doorstep demos. You can take some products with you and demo them on the doorstep. You've got friends and family, so don't just post them through the letterboxes. Hand them out to your friends and family. And certainly when you get started, you know, this is the best way to get off to a quick start. I think Eamon was talking at the conference, and he'd got himself a handful of catalogues and got himself, I think it was €300 in his first couple of days in the business, just passing catalogues around friends and family. You've got, you know, you can present the Clean Easy, you can present the K-Life separately, and there is a system where you can put thank you packs through. If you want any more advice on that, then please ask. So, you know, like I said, it's all about being organised. We always use a trolley. It's much better, it's faster. You know, you don't break your back with your bag over your shoulders. Your catalogue presentation is really, really important. It's your shop window, you know, so you wouldn't buy through a scruffy shop window. People don't buy through a dirty plastic bag, so make sure that you change your bags regularly. Use the day slip, okay, here, that's got a nice little logo on so people recognise you. Make sure that the customers get to know you when you do knock on the door. Just introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Helen. I've just come to collect the Clean Easy catalogue, so they get to know your name as well. Ensure that you've got plenty of those callback slips that you're going to pop through so that you've got them printed and ready to go. And make sure that you're keeping that wet book simple. You know, we write the numbers of the houses as we go, the streets, roads across here. If we get the catalogue back, it's a simple tick. If we've slipped them, it's an S for slipping them. If we've got an order, it's an O. And if it's somebody that doesn't want a catalogue, then put a little cross and cross them off so that you've not got to waste your time going back to that house again. So I would always suggest using a pencil when it's raining in particular, and then it doesn't get ink all running all down your page. And always take a little bit of a cloth with you so you can just dry your catalogues off. Always make sure that you check your orders for addresses when you're collecting, so that you don't go and come back with like we did, a £60 order and not know who it's for. And then really it's just about keeping your good records and your customer street sheets so that you are clear about who your customers are. Ultimately, this is going to become your Bible of customers when you are customer based. So we've got all the information on filling all of this in on the website. So follow the system, keep good customer records, because 6 months down the line, these people on this sheet are going to be the customers that you go to. And you know, extra catalogues will mean extra business. So don't penny pinch your business. You know, don't suffer from that catalogue starvation. if you had a taxi, you'd have to fill it up with petrol again and again. One of the great things about our business is that we do get the catalogues, but we can keep reusing them and reusing them. They're the fuel to building your customer base, and it's temporary for that first 6 months. You know, here is an example of adding the customers each day. And you know what this does? It helps you to see your customer base growing. A strong business is 500 to 1,000 customers. So aim for that and make sure that you're tracking your retail daily. We have a personal retail plan where you can put how many catalogues you've got out, how many you've got in each day, what orders you've got coming in, so that you can track, are you on target? Do you need to do more next week? You know, where is it that you're up to in your business? Because tracking will give you the information you need to make sure that you don't miss your bonus. So when you're delivering your products, deliver them promptly. Go back, you know, as soon as they come, get them out quick, provide that efficient service. They'll be really shocked. Take a float with you, take some change with you, so that if they give you a £20 note, you've got some change there. And smile, you know, be friendly, build that rapport with your customers. And don't ever think about, you know, ask your customers about joining the business. Some of our greatest people in our team were our customers. You don't have to ask them directly. You can always ask them third party, you know, just say, I'm rushed off my feet. Do you know of anybody that's looking for an extra income? I really need some help to cover all of these areas. And, you know, you could then just start building your team. Take the cash and card payments from customers. We don't recommend taking checks. Learn how to take the card payments before you go. You know, we have a facility for doing that. And then when you come back with all of your money, pay off your Clean Easy account in full each week. You have a trading facility that the company provides you to help you trade. Make sure that you look after that, and the company will look after you. Ooh. Okay. So, you know, like I've just said, your account is a privilege. It's not a right. Keep your balance to a 0 and pay into your account immediately after those deliveries. You will get credit increases when the company sees that you're looking after your trading account. And then make sure that you're on target to reach your welcome rewards. You've seen in the recognition tonight, so many people reaching their welcome rewards. So you can earn yourself free catalogues or dropship credits that's going to get your business off to an even faster start. So make sure that you're not missing out. Those rewards are 50 of the Clean Easy catalogues, they are 50 of the K-Life catalogues, or they are 5 dropship credits. We would obviously recommend that you take the catalogues because they're what's going to help you to build your business quicker, get your sales in. Even if you're not going to go blanket drop, use them to give to customers when you're delivering your online orders, or pass them around friends and family too. Part 1 of the welcome rewards is the first 30 days from registration. You need to hit 125 bonus points in your first 30 days. Now, it's based on cumulative orders, so it doesn't have to be one big order. It can be 3 little orders. And for that, once you've hit that, you will be able to select one of the free rewards. Part B of part 1, if you like, is when you hit 500 bonus points, and that's still in them first 30 days, still on them cumulative orders, and you can then choose another 2 free rewards. So that's 3 in total. And part 2 then is in them first 60 days. So now you've got your 125, you've done your 500. The next level is 1,000 BP, and that's like 500 more, if you like. It's not 1,000 on top of in that first 60 days, and you've got another 2 free rewards. So that's 5 rewards in 60 days whilst you're making money, that's going to help you to make more money. And also you get that little bit of recognition as well, which is just fantastic. So just a few hints and tips now for excellence. Put your photo or your logo onto your day slip so that people know who you are. You can produce yourself a little customer newsletter, let them know some top products, customer recommendations. Those extra catalogues mean extra business, so make sure that you are investing back into your business in the early days. Give your catalogues to work colleagues as well as your family and friends. And if you want, use the tap and tell. If you've only got a few catalogues, you're not going to get very far with 5 catalogues or sort of even 50 catalogues with your blanket drop-in. I would suggest using the tap and tell to make sure that you're getting them into the houses where people want to look at them. So this business is all about having that stickability. You are going to have good pickups, you're going to have bad pickups. You will go through all of the challenges that your sponsor's already gone through, lost catalogues, the weather, other distributors. What you've got to remember is that you are building that reputation. You've got to give your customers the best service around, and they will stick with you. The retail, for the first 6 months whilst you blanket drop in, and then you're going to get to that customer base. So when you go in 6 months, a typical retail plan whilst your customer base is going to look more like this. You're going to drop to maybe 250 customers on a Friday. We're going to now leave them a little longer because we know the customers, and we know we're going to get them books back, and we know that a percentage of them are going to order. You're going to collect them then on a Monday. We don't even need to slip our customers anymore because they leave them on the doorstep or they give them us back next time, and they ring us with orders in between. So we don't have to, if we use the system, we don't have to waste time then going back for any straggler catalogues. Place your orders, bag your orders up. You can go back for any outstanding books when you're in the area. And the rewards really of building that customer base is that good customer base of 500 to 1,000 customers is going to pay you now £20 to £30 an hour. I would suggest that you don't work out the hourly rate initially. Remember, this isn't a job. You are building a business. You're building an income producing asset. It's going to take you far less time retailing. Your customer base will take you probably a third of the time. So you're going to have more time now for other things, extra blanket drop-ins, or maybe starting with the team building side if you're confident at that stage. It's going to be minimal catalogues. We lose very few catalogues once you are customer based. And then minimal stragglers. Most of the customers do leave them on the doorstep for you. And that income producing asset, that customer base of any business, it's no different really with Clean Easy. And your customers know only you. It's your business. So the 1,000 customers, let's just have a look what that is going to give you with regards to income. 1,000 customers, 250 a week, 8 to 12 hours work. We would suggest 3 in 10 customers buy, which is going to give you 300 orders. 300 orders at an average of £10 an order is £3,000 worth of sales. That £3,000 worth of sales is going to give you £900 income for 8 to 12 hours a week, part-time hours. Now that is something worth having. There is a lot of people that work in factories, working full-time, that are, not even on that sort of income. So this is what you're working towards with your customer base. And I'm going to finish by saying, always remember, if you don't look after your customers, somebody else will. Okay, so I'm just going to pause for a minute and have a drink. Does anybody want to ask any questions with regards to the induction with the catalogues, or anybody want to add any top tips?
Just to say, Helen, brilliant training as always. Just our pickup today from our customer base, just added up then £709 worth of sales, and that was from about 120 customers. So, and like you said, we've had those customers for nearly 12 years, some of them, a long time, and they've ordered month in, month out. Some of the customers have not missed the month for 12 years, and they must have everything we sell. Some of them have got swatches, I think, of what we sell. They've just got so much stuff, and it's just they just buy from us, you know, and it's lovely. We've built up great friendships with people who trust us. We're offering a brilliant service and stuff, and it's just getting through the blanket dropping routine, because if you get through the lost catalogues, you know, somebody said they had their fingers bit by a dog, you just got to be really careful, but it's worth getting out there and really blitzing the catalogues just for 6 months of your life in clean, easy business, and that'll just pay you forever. It really will. You know, it's guaranteed money every 4 weeks.
It is, and you know, the added bonus is if anybody wants a bit of fitness. I think in the first 2 weeks actually I lost half a stone. So as that added bonus, doesn't it? Builds in your exercise, and it for a lot of people it's a nice social thing, gets you out meeting people, certainly people that are moving to new areas and things like that. So many more advantages really, and I think like Karen put on her post, you know, that feeling like that you're contributing to the community, you're providing a bit of service for people that maybe can't get along to the shops and can't get these things. So, you know, you're building a business for yourself, but you're also helping others, which I think that for me is what I absolutely love with a passion about this business.
There's a lot of lonely people out there as well, you know, particularly elderly people who don't see anybody, you know, they just love you coming. Even if they're buying a little thing off you, they, you know, go and have a cup of tea and a chat with them. It is so nice, you know. Like Karen said, she loved it, didn't she? In the comment she made.
Yeah, amazing.
People ask you to do the strangest of things as well. I've been asked to do all sorts of stuff.
Tell you some stories someday.
Taking stuff, and then the worst one was there was a lady who was something had happened, so she had to sleep downstairs, and I said to her foolishly, if there's anything you ever want me to do, just say. And she said, there is just one thing, if you don't mind, if you could take this to the hospital for me. And it was a urine sample. Look at urine sample. That's what we call taking the piss. That's where that come from, actually. Couldn't believe it. Cost me $3.50 to park my car. And so just be careful with stuff like that.
Yeah, obviously we're not social workers, but it is always nice to give a little bit something to somebody, isn't it? You know, we've had all sorts. We could write a book, couldn't we? There's so many funny things that we've come across, and it's just lovely to meet other people, isn't it, and hear their stories and share stuff with them. So, you know, we absolutely love our customers. Okay, so time to move on now to our Matrix 10 Pillars to Success training. This one is a part of our goal setting training. Now, our goal setting training is, if you like, split into 8 steps. We talked about step 1 and step 2 before Christmas, where this was looking at your evaluation and your reflection and looking at what you did over last year. So, you know, if you've done that, fantastic. For those of you that are working through your goals planner and your self journal, you should now have all that in as part of your base figures, so that you can see what you did last year, and now we can look at planning for an amazing 2018. So the next steps really are step 3, which is all about getting really excited about what we can have. Step 4 is about getting focused with what you need to do, and then step 5 is about getting committed to that plan. So I'm going to run through some stuff now on this. By all means, stay on, or if you need to go, that's absolutely fine too. So where do you see yourself this time next year? And this is all about having your vision for your future. We're currently reading as our book of the month the Dave O'Connor 21-day kickstart program, and he does some excellent stuff on goal setting. So does Jim Rowan with the 7 steps, the 7 strategies to success. And a lot of what we've developed in our Matrix system has come from that, if you like. We have a goal setting activity book that you can download and use, and if anybody ever wants any support, then obviously we're here to support you through that. There are other trainings that have been videoed, so by all means look back through some of our videos on the group, and you know, if you want to take this business seriously, then set your vision of your life script and where you see yourself being. Okay, so really step 3, the getting excited, for me, one of the greatest questions I guess that you could ask yourself would be, if 2018 was a fantastic year for you in Clean Easy, then, you know, all of these questions here, you know, I'd want to help, I'd want to do, I'd want to be, I'd want to learn, I'd want to share. And there are lots of prompting questions with what we do, you know, what I want to give, what I want to see, what I want to create, where you'd want to go, what you'd want to enjoy. So, you know, just really sort of thinking about those things. And then another way of thinking it maybe is to get excited would be like, what if I won the lottery then? What would I do? So often we hold our dreams and desires back because we think financially maybe we can't afford those things. But, you know, what if money was no object? What if we won the lottery? What is it that you would really, really love to do? Okay, so if you go through this activity, the idea is to write yourself, you know, a list of things that you would want. Those goals are what's going to drive you in your business. Now, what we're going to look at really is goal setting with regards to your business. So we know that there are milestones and there are steps in the business and there are things that perhaps we want to achieve, maybe sales plan progression, maybe some of the trips, the car incentives, lots of different things. And this is just some examples of some of the team from last year's goals that they set after this activity. So, you know, it's writing those goals down and having them in front of you and developing then our goals boards, the vision of what we want to see happen. You know, that we're going to use then the law of attraction and the secret to attract those goals towards us, and we're going to work towards those things. It's what's going to increase our motivation and help us through any challenges throughout our business as we drive forward. So some ideas with regards to the business, you know, setting a personal retail goal, maybe how many catalogue customers base you're going to build. So how many, I'm going to build a customer base of 500 or 1,000, maybe how many people on your Facebook group, you know, having maybe so many people active on your team, you know, or qualifying for things like 10 active wide, 15 active wide, 25 active wide. Qualifying for the company directors club, qualifying for the 30/30 challenge, the European destination, the international destination, using the pay plan, so it might be 10%, 13%, etc. Reaching a certain amount of turnover per period. I mean, we recognise, you know, after gold, it might be getting things like your 10k club, your 25k club, having a PSG of a set amount, reaching so much for the year, reaching an X amount, you know, I want to turn over £1 million worth of sales for the year with the team, get into that next level, that gold, senior, bronze executive position, getting that, you may be getting that gold bonus if you've gone gold, you know, making sure that that's one of your goals. Might be that you're at that stage where you're going to go for your bronze executive bonus, getting them 10 or on the mini incentive. You know, winning a trophy might be a goal that you want to set, having a set income. So all of these things that I'm talking about are things that are measurable within your business. They're business targets that are measurable, that you can set yourself, you can set targets, and you can set an action plan so that you're working towards these things. Obviously, there will be all your personal goals as well. So in the goals planner, there is an opportunity for you to do that. Or there's goals for 2018, so I suggest that you take some time to go through that and put that into place, because then you'll be able to measure your business as you're going throughout the year and make sure that you're taking the steps towards reaching those goals and dreams. Most people join this business for an income, so before all of that, you know, it might just simply be, I need £500 a month. When we joined this business, that was our first goal. And we didn't even realise that we were setting goals at that stage in the business. I'd lost my job. We needed money. We needed food on the table for the kids. Our first goal was £500. And we did whatever it took to get that money that we needed. So that is our first check in the business when we joined back in 2006. £526.93, because we knew what our goal was. We tracked our business and we ensured that we put enough catalogues out every day, kept ourselves on track to make sure that we reach that goal. So, you know, we can do that. Anybody can do that in the business. And some people do find it a bit hard to believe that they can have more than what they have, if that makes sense. You know, goal setting is not an easy thing. We're not educated within the education system to set goals. In fact, they really take away our goals and dreams and put us into the society of, you know, do what you're told and only be what you can be. But, you know, when you absolutely believe in yourself and your ability to succeed, nothing's going to stop you. You know, I think that's just an absolute great quote. We've seen so much success in our business when people believe that they can have more, when they believe that they've got the ability to succeed. That is when nothing stops you. So, you know, achieving those goals and that success drives your business forward. So what you're going to do is go through your list of goals, you know, maybe just sit and write 50 ideas down of things that pop into your head. But then with that list, the next step, if you like, is just to write maybe some time scales on it, maybe numbers of weeks and months and years that you want to take, or you believe it's going to take you to achieve those goals. And then looking then at breaking it down, having that long-term 20-year vision, coming back 10 years, 5 years, 2, 3 years, then setting this year your 2018 plan, your 1 year, you know, your medium-term plan, breaking that down into the short-term, period by period, what it is that you're going to achieve and how you're going to move towards that goal. Now, a dream is just a dream. A goal is a dream with a plan and a deadline. So here, we're not just dreaming. We have got excited and we've dreamt about that future and that vision, but now it's time to put those dreams with a plan and a deadline, because that's how they become a reality. So one of the things that we can do to measure that, we can use the business goals. We can break them down into manageable chunks. You know, we start with the end, work backwards. So what is it that we need to achieve? If we're going for 10% in the business in our first period, what do we need to do by the end of that 4 weeks? I need £800 worth of sales. So now I need that. Let's break that down into each week. I need £200. Each day, what do I need to do to make sure that I'm on target with it? And we work plans out all the time based on this. Okay, so once you start doing that, you know, others will duplicate. When you show them by example and you build a strong business, you will then have become the leader to lead the way. So, you know, it's about you setting your goals, your team seeing you achieve your goals, and then you're going to get that duplication and that team that's strong. And it, you know, it starts by stretching yourself. I always say, you know, set yourself a goal for each period, but set yourself a goal for the next period, just simply beating your best each period. And John Woodward is a prime example of this. He's built himself an amazing customer base. He doesn't team build, but you know what? He's always had this philosophy that he's just going to increase his sales period by period, even if it's £10, or, you know, even if you just said by 5%, if you imagine just doing that each period, how much your business is going to grow. The big tip here for you is don't compare yourself to others. You know, don't look what other people are doing. Everybody has their own circumstances. Everybody has their own goals. It's got to be your goal, what you want to achieve. So you can use your income as a stepping stone as well. You know, maybe you want to start by earning that £250 a month. Then you want to earn £500 a month, then £750. You know, it's going to be stepping stones that are going to take you maybe to that desired goal of that £2,000 income. And you can use the business pay plan as stepping stones for goals as well. So, you know, your stepping stones to gold are 10%, then 13%, then 15%, then 18%, then 21%, then go to gold. So, you know, it's about having that long-term goal with the stepping stones that's going to take you in the right direction. So, you know, understand the steps that are required to reach your goals and take a personal responsibility to learn, first of all, the business structure you know, the business plan and the successful systems that are going to help you on the way, and the rewards and incentives that you're going to get on that journey. Plug into all that support that is available and take a personal responsibility again to make sure that you're attending all your Zooms and webinars, your sizzles, your meetings, the showcases and the conference. You know, we've said this many times tonight, the more you learn about this business, the more you do earn. And then you can use the reward certificates as stepping stones. So, you know, what happens once you've gone to gold? Where do we go next? You know, don't focus on maybe going to senior and bronze executive. If you focus on going for a big PSG, 10K certificate, 25K certificate, 50K, you know, moving up them levels of certificates, because what you're going to find is you're going to get those golden babies coming out of your cradle. So understand the steps that's required to reach your goals and take a personal responsibility to learn how a big PSG is key to massive incomes in this business, how to use that PSG as that cradle to find your next goals that come out. But then, you know, how to spot those leaders coming through. And this is where you're going to have to work and understand how to help those people, how to become that great coach, how to become that great leader. But don't ever rely on anybody. You know, it is up to you. It's not them that's going to do it for you. It's you doing it for you. Take that personal responsibility for it. You know, you can use the trips as a criteria as stepping stones for your goals as well. You know, the trip has a criteria. Sometimes it's a minimum of gold, it's 3 initiations, or it's, you know, there are lots and lots of things here that you can do. When they set Las Vegas criteria, you know, they've set the criteria, so it's making sure that you're taking those steps again towards that goal. Can't wait to hear for the criteria for Las Vegas. Know what it is and use them as stepping stones to make sure that you get there. Another, you know, there's often different routes, but my top tip is, you know, with any of the trips is recruit like mad. Learn the way, show the way, and if the trips really don't turn you on, find a goal and reward that will. Because, you know, when we first joined, the trips really didn't turn me on. It wasn't something that excited me. Actually, what excited me was the fact that I could win somebody doing it, and very competitive. So you have to find what it is that drives you. Once we've been on a couple of the trips, obviously, then you never want to miss another one again. So, you know, but really when you're going through with this as well, it's never giving up. You just don't know what's going to happen tomorrow in your business. So, you know, we go through a roller coaster of emotions. There was a great testimonial at the weekend where I think it was Jack Mayer was talking about somebody wanting to quit in the business because they seemed like everything was going wrong, and their business now, if they'd have quit, what they'd have left was just, you know, take time out if you need to, but don't ever quit on your business. The stepping stones then all the way to Grandmaster with the business, you know, they have these things in place for us. So, you know, understanding that pay plan, understanding the stepping stones that you need to take. And it's the building blocks of those goals that are going to get you through. So now, you know, it is about getting focused on the detail. Choosing your top 4 goals from your step 3 that you've just done. You know, what is it that you really, really, really want? What is it that's going to drive you the most? You know, are these goals going to really excite you? Are they going to get you out of bed? You know, they need to be your heart's desires. They need to fit with your beliefs. And keep those big goals few in numbers, but have lots and lots of little goals and rewards as steps towards achieving those goals. So, you know, make sure that you know exactly what it is that you want. And now get committed, you know, unlock your passion to fuel your motivation. Them top 4 one-year goals, give yourself a detailed description of what it is, what colour, what size, how it feels, the reason why you really, really want it, the reason why and what it means to you, you know, in achieving those goals. And it doesn't have to be materialistic things. It's got to be something that's personal to you, something that fits full-heartedly with your beliefs and those heart's desires. Because when what are some of the things that you may need to do that you don't want to do in order to achieve those goals? You know, you need to have enough passion that you can get yourself to do anything, and it's this goals and the vision that gives you that mission. So this is where we're going to get the momentum going in our business. You know, it's about putting that plan on paper. It's about learning, you know, taking what we've learned from last year or any of your experiences if you're new, you know, putting that into action. And then it's what's needed now. You know, it's taking that first step, getting a sense of urgency. Don't wait until the 1st of the month or until next Monday or until tomorrow. If something needs to be changed, you know, do it now. Start on that first step towards pulling your goals towards you. It's that action, you know, write your plan for this week of what you want to do. You've all got your planner. So fill every half an hour and note it with the activity that you are doing. Ask your team to do the same. You know, it's duplication in the business. It's, you know, setting a goal, making a plan, getting to work, sticking to it, which is going to get us to reach that goal. And set yourself your goals every period without fail for your own personal retail, your personal activations, your team activations, your total turnover. Use the goals planner and self-journal to set your business targets and make sure that each week you're on track. When you do it consistently and persistently, you're going to get momentum in your business, and, you know, just really kind of go out now, get excited about where you see your business. Let us together make 2018 a massive year of everybody achieving all their heart's desires and all the goals you deserve. Okay, does anybody want to ask any questions? I know that seems like quite a lot of information thrown at you.
Bravo, Helen. You spoke there for 1 hour, 35 minutes continuously, so you serve that drink.
No voice left.
We've just got so much in place. You know, we've got everything you need to just do this business, guys. You know, we've got the training there, we've got the resources there, we've got the company's got all the incentives in place. You know, and it's just a case now of really turning up the gears, ramming the gears up. And we're at the start of a brand new year. We're only halfway through January. So just let's go and absolutely blitz, you know, this year. Make it your best ever year. Because you can do it. You really can.
Sure can. Dead so excited about so many people. It's just like, oh, can't control the excitement at the moment.
No.
Helen, can I ask a question?
Of course you can.
You put down the picture of your house with the circle around it and divided it into 4.
Yeah.
You said that you go there for 6 weeks. 6 months, sorry. Where do you go after that? Do you expand the circle out?
Yes.
Or do you just move like to the right or something and start from there?
Yeah, what we suggest that you do is you start with your house in the middle and you ripple out. So I mean, if I go back to the slide, let me take it back. So you just expand the circle. So on week 1, you can just go on more roads that ripple out further from your home in that particular quadrant of the circle, if you like.
Ah, right, got you.
Does that make sense?
So,
Yeah.
Kelly, every house gets your catalogue once every 4 weeks, but for 6 times, so for 6 months.
Yeah.
So then after 6 months is finished, if you've got, because what it shows you there, you do 400 catalogues every week for 6 months. Then after the 6 months is finished, you'll end up with about 400 customers. So you're only going to be doing 400 a month then instead of 400 a week. So you've got loads more time.
Yeah.
So then you could in fact, in a way, and this you could do those 400 customers all in 1 week if you wanted to. So then you've got 3 weeks spare to go and blanket drop and then do the anchor circle or do another little area. It's not always going to be exactly circular like that, you know. But,
Yeah.
Not all maps are the same, are they? You know, sometimes it's not quite a perfect circle. But likes of here, once your customer base, you'd carry on really and cover another bit here in your,
Yeah.
you know, and then another bit here if you like. Ideally, that's what you want to do, because then all your week one work's all going to be in the same area. And the reason for doing all of this is obviously because you're going to be dropping, and then the next you're going to be maybe dropping 100 books on this road here, and then, you know, maybe the next day you're going to be dropping 100 books on this road, but you're going to be picking up from here. So you want to keep it all nice and close, so that, you know, once your customer base and you do your customers here and you're doing add-ons here, when you're doing deliveries, it's like literally round the corner, or you're picking stragglers up, it's literally round the corner, and you're just all keeping it nice and neat so that you're being cost effective with your time and your energy and, you know, all of the rest of it.
Well, I'm in a bit of a conundrum with mine, to be honest, because what I've done is, you know, that I work all different sites like Bridgend, Swansea, all of that. Well,
Yeah.
what I've done is I've been posting in that sort of area. So now I've moved away from that half of Swansea. I'm now up in Bridgend, but I've still got to drive over there to post the catalogues, to pick them back up again, to take the orders back over.
Yeah.
I'm finding it really, really difficult to keep up with everything, to be honest. There's so many, I'm in so many different areas now.
Okay. So we I mean, we've kind of, as our business has developed and some of our customers, we developed our own customer base, and then some of our other customers we've been maybe when we've had somebody in the team that's left and we've taken over a customer base. So we're a little bit like that. We kind of don't just cover this area close to home now. We kind of maybe cover the whole of the Warrington and the whole of Widnes or whatever on a week. So ours is pretty spread out now. What I suggest you do is you've got to get smart with your plan and know where you're going, and try and really look at the areas so that it fits in with everything else that you're doing. And we can help you with that on a personal level. You know, we can have a look at your plan with you, Kelly, where your map, where you're going, and try and give you some tips on that, on maybe on an individual coaching call if you want.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, please, because I'm pulling my hair out. I really am.
Okay.
But the only problem I have is that I can't tell from one day to the next where I'm going to be. So I can't even plan that myself to say, right, okay, I know I'm going to be in this area for the next 2 days, so I could do the deliveries while I'm there, or do the posting while I'm there. But then it gets sprung on me the night before, so I've got to change it all again.
Yeah. What you've got to do is you've got to try and be customer friendly, but at the same time you are running a business. So you've got to have a plan, and when your customer says, you know, they want a delivery, well, you can kind of say, well, I'm in that area on Tuesday, and try to make them work more around you than you running around after them.
Yeah.
Okay, because you can be running here, there and everywhere with customers. Have a set day when you do certain areas and you go and you know, I know some people in the team, certainly with online deliveries, they might go, for us, like Warrington's nearby yours, they might arrange to meet people in a car park at the Asda in Warrington, or, you know, or go and do the 5 deliveries in Warrington on the Tuesday night, and then the 5 deliveries in another area on another night. So it's just, it's sort of really looking at planning it, and just being a little bit more firm, perhaps with some of your customers. You don't want to lose them, and you want to provide them a great service, and you don't want to keep them waiting too long. But at the same time, you are running a business, so you don't want to be running around like a headless chicken at the same time.
Because there's a few old age pensioners and they just keep ringing me, Kelly, when are you around here next? I haven't had a catalogue.
Oh,
Really?
So we need to have a look at what your customer bases are and where they are, and we'll have it, you know, maybe just do an individual coaching session with you to try and help you to plan that a little bit better, so you're using your time a bit more wisely.
Yes, please, because there's me, and I'm doing posting now with my daughter. Owen's doing posting during the day. So it's just continuous now. I'm adamant that I'm going to gold.
Brilliant. Well, we just need to get a plan and, you know, work.
You won't go for sure.
Yeah.
You won't go.
Thank you, Andy.
100%.
Has anybody else got any other questions?
Come back.
Hiya!
Have I missed everything?
You've missed everything. We're just doing a review now.
Oh.
We paused it. We paused it for you. Right, Helen, carry on.
Right.
This is the exact screen. It was on when I left. I was thinking, oh.
Oh no, we've just gone back because we've just been talking about planning areas and that in a bit more detail. Kelly was asking some questions. So no.
And how was it, Claire?
He was bloody brilliant.
Fantastic.
I'm not sure if she's come on. She was brilliant, although I have to say, the Zooms are not as good as ours.
Oh, we know that.
Of
There is
course.
no organisation. No one knows how to mute anyone. Every time someone comes on or leaves, it goes ding, ding, ding. The whole of the
You're operating at a different level, Claire. That's what it is.
Joe said, can you not turn that thing off? And they were like, no, you don't know how to. And then she's going, where's my slides, Craig? And he said, oh, well, you're going to share your screen, Josh. She was going, right, okay, hang on. And anyway, we're there for ages trying to figure out how she shares the screen. And then he goes, Joe, do you want to just email me the slides? And she went, I've already emailed you the slides. Everyone's laughing their heads off, and Craig's like, oh, this went on for ages. This is why it's been so long. It went on for ages, trying to get poor Joe to actually do the
Oh.
oh God. And then all they kept saying was, will you please turn your telly off in the background? And I'm like, why are they not muting everybody?
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh.
but yeah, other than that, Joe was brilliant.
Good.
I really she was.
She can share a training with us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put her down.
What did they all react like when she said she's signing 12?
Everyone was just like, what?
12. 12 in
Yeah.
how many days? Is it like 12 days?
I
Don't
think
know
it's
what.
12 days. She's on like one a day. So if she doesn't do one, the next day she does two. So, and she's like, yeah, she was just going on about how she's dead focused on. I mean, she'd done on our Zoom the other week, and then she had like a top tip page at the end where she was just talking about how she, well, she can share the tips like next time, but just how she does it really.
Yeah.
So, and everyone was quite like blown away by it. So, yeah.
Good. Good. Oh,
We had to leave quick. I said, I'll have to go now. I've got to go back.
We need to sort it out. It's not fair.
I know. They had about 75 on.
Wow. Brilliant.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was
Good.
very busy. So you can imagine 75 with half of them not muted.
Yeah.
And one woman's going, Jackie White, she's earned £1.2 million since she's been in the business. She actually 1.2 million pounds she's earned. And everyone's going, yeah, and the rest. And she's like, oh, she mustn't have realised that everyone could hear that while she was saying it.
Funny.
So has anybody else got any questions about catalogues or goal setting or anything that you need to know?
Or getting to Vegas?
Mm-hmm. What's in the chat?
What's the criteria?
Who's
asking
that
that?
that's talking?
I said, I'm joking. You said you want help with Vegas. I said, yeah, it'll help if you told us the criteria.
We'll know on Wednesday. We'll know on Wednesday.
You signed anybody in today, Francis?
Yeah.
Get in there. Well done. Getting the mojo back.